Well, greetings, good morning. Tony Virtue speaking, and just back from a lovely long weekend here in Manly, the Jazz Festival, and the place was buzzing, so good to see you all again. I'm told now the email is read by over 1,000 people, including the videos, so it just shows how the world is changing and more communication is done online. And one of the reasons we want to do this and persevere with this is to try to give you a consistent message. I think some of the stuff we're seeing in the media, it kind of bounces around and can cause a bit of fear and loathing when it's probably not justified. So thanks for listening, and it's good to be here again. Quite a significant month. The Australian dollar fell to a 4-year low, which something the RBA has been very keen to encourage. That'll be good for exports, good for the country as a whole, to be frank. Less so for those of you fortunate enough to travel around the world, but I think it's about taking one for the team. It's a bigger game, and getting the $8 down to more marginal levels is healthy for all of us there. The Australian equity market also fell quite significantly, driven by resources, but the banks were well down, and a bit of a change in sentiment there, which I think is fairly short term. The actual dividends remain absolutely identical, so all that means is that the buying yield is actually better. And again, I would make the case that it's better to own the bank paying the dividend plus the franking credits, rather than just leaving the money in the bank and paying tax on it. So partly a confidence thing, and our markets could turn around quite quickly from here, but at the moment they've been subdued. Overseas, the US still doing very, very well. Corporate debt down to the lowest in a generation. Very easy now to refinance rates at very, very low rates. So they're doing just fine, and that's reflected in their markets as well. And the Americans have a way of dealing with things, and they'll close things down, start again much quicker than the Europeans. So they seem to be through and out the other side now. I need to talk about Hong Kong. I was there when the declaration was made by the Chinese a few weeks ago, and obviously my heart goes out a bit there. They do go through this fairly frequently. Those of you who are a study of history would know that this is the 7th or 8th time this has happened in the last 20 years. So Hong Kong people are pretty pragmatic, and they'll get back to work. They're very hard working, and I think you'll find their markets will recover, and in their own way they will find some middle ground to resolve this. Locally, our property market seems to be calming down a little bit, which again is probably a good thing. Interest rates still at a 60-year low, but be ready for the RBA to change their rhetoric when they come out with their statements this afternoon, and they'll begin to jawbone a little bit about tightening things. There'll be a period of time when there'll be a little bit of give and take. Eventually interest rates will have to go up. It'll be a positive for the country, but I still think that's some time away. At a local level, we're as busy as ever. We've got a Medibank private listing coming up, so we'll be actively supporting that, and we're seeing clients, particularly those affected by changes in Centrelink and aged care. So plenty to keep us busy. Do look at the website. More and more interest is there. We've got some pretty good information there, some good calculators, so really good opportunity for you to be across what's going on out there, and to read things when it suits you rather than having it imposed on you in a particular time. So look, great to be here, wish you well, and looking forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you, bye bye.